Hello friends, welcome to channel Reza Blade. I am your friendly neighborhood Reza, and today I am doing a tutorial for you. Haven't seen that from me in a while, have you? Very excited about this. The technique is solid, easy stamping over dry brushing. So I am rating this beginner to advanced. All experiences are welcome. In this first mani, I did do a plain accent nail. I like the look of that. All of the other ones are in like a nude color, and then the dry brushing is on top of the nude. So in my sample ones, I've actually used a more accessible, I think, as long as they haven't discontinued it. It's an Insta Dry in Making Mauves, and it's a really nice, kind of subtly shimmery nude. All right, so I know I've jumped right in. I hope you like my channel. If you're new here, please stick around, subscribe, like the video if you're new or not, and ask questions or tell me which mani is your favorite at the bottom. So this one I've done dry brushing on top of a very light gray. And then I used plum and teal and some other colors, and then I stamped in silver over it. So you can still wear these leafy manis all year round. I did a fall colored one, and then this is probably my own kind of winter version of it. So I hope you like that, and now I'm going to show you how I did it. So dry brushing, this is so fascinating to me. Dry brushing has been around for many thousands of years. Now, I'm not talking about like the spa or beauty treatment dry brushing that dates back to the Egyptians. I don't know anything about that. But what I am talking about is artistic dry brushing. And that dates back, as far as I know, to the Song Dynasty in China. And it has been used ever since then. And I'm pretty jazzed about that because it's a fun technique, and I'm glad that we have it available to us. When I was searching about it, another artist that came up was Andrew Wyeth, who I know some of you may have heard of. He worked in watercolor and did some watercolor dry brushing, which is fascinating. Oh yeah, use lotion and then try to open polish. That is a great idea. All right, so I'm going to be doing the original. I don't probably only need 2 of these. The original color palette here, without the dry nail, without the solo nail, of course. So notice I'm putting as much back with these flat wide brushes. It's hard, but I'm putting as much back as I can into the bottle, and then just to be sure, I kind of rub it on the paper towel a little bit, and then I'm gonna just brush. I'm varying the direction I'm going. Whoop. I'm varying the direction I'm going. All right, so there is some red. I want some red over here too. All right, so there's my red. Now, this technique with the dry brushing and the abstract images, you'll see a lot right now. It's very in, where there's a nail and you'll have a just a single brush of color and then an abstract shape like Picasso's Dachshund, like if you know what I'm talking about. It's just a little linear abstract shape over the color on like white. You'll see that a lot. And you can do that with this too. Just dry brushing. Now, I haven't found this. If you have an idea of a polish that is like kind of this exact thing, I bought this at Dollar Store like 6 years ago, and I can't find anything else exactly like it, and it is upsetting me. Anyway, I don't have any notes for today. So if I forget something, I will go ahead and put it on the screen. All right, a little too much product on there still. If I forget anything, I'll put it on the screen. I hope you're all doing well. I am doing a little bit better, actually. So, hooray. So I think that's a bit too bold, right? So I'm going to grab my finger. I'm very hands-on with this stuff. Grab my finger and just take some of that off. I didn't take much of it off. You can use acetone if you want for some of this stuff, but anyway, so here's red and green, and this is while I'm here, I'm going to stop. Let's have a little vacation. Maybe not on the nude, or maybe on the nude, because it's the color of cookies too. But this red and green, maybe I could use some Christmas images and just stamp that over that in gold. That would be fun too. Or for Christmas cookies images. Like, there are so many things that you can do with this. My point of this tutorial is essentially just show you the technique, and then hopefully you'll go hog wild from there. And let's see what else I want to do. I want the orange. I bought this orange at clearance. That's why there's like a big old sticker. I know that there is a thing called Goo Gone and stuff. I'm just lazy. Okay, I couldn't take much of this. It just wasn't coming off. I've had this issue before, so I know when to say when. So I'm just going to take a lot of the product off with the paper towel. All right, so we're going to go just a little bit. This. I wish I had a story to tell you. Whoa! I'm gaming this weekend, and I have been doing some really kind of trying to beat myself. Like, this is something I often say. I'm not competitive at all unless it's against myself. So, I've been doing, like, last time I did a modified baklava. Like, I have really been doing it with the desserts I bring for our gaming group. And this time I'm thinking I'm going to do a couple of different flavors of whoopie pies. And I know I love saying whoopie pies, because the very first time I remember hearing the word whoopie is in the song Making Whoopie from way back when. Okay, so this is going on too dark. I'm going to blot that out a little bit. And then I'm going to do a little bit more work here. Or just try to go more from the bristles rather than the side. The side is what you resort to when the bristles are well and truly dry. And we don't need much of this brown. We want the brighter colors to really take the stage. That we don't want to steal focus, as they say. Anyway, so I'm thinking of making like whoopie pies, right? But then my brain, which is so annoying, got started. And it was like, oh, I know what you can do. You can make, like, you know, pound cake whoopie pies with lavender frosting in the middle. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, A, I'm allergic to lavender. So go to heck, voice in my head. So, and B, that would be bad. I do this to myself all the time. I'll be so excited that I overcomplicate things and I make 4 flavors of whatever thing. So I'm trying to decide. I think it's going to be like a devil's chocolate cake. And then in the middle, it's going to be some icing that has some candy canes in it. So like a chocolate mint kind of thing. And then the other thing, I'm just top coating this. See, the other thing I'm thinking of doing is, anyway, I really do. I forgot what I was talking about. But I am trying to, banana chip, and then with speculoos or cookie butter, icing added to, mixed with, like a whipped cream icing mixed up with the cookie butter. I'd have to probably warm it, and I'd probably have to use like a buttercream or a traditional icing, but I really like the whipped cream icing, so maybe I just won't do that. Anyway, so there was a banana chip option. Okay, so there's our fun color scheme, right? And then what we have to do is we have to choose the stamping plate. So here are the leaves for the fall set, and that was on Moyra stamping plate 114 Free Falling. They actually have a lot of fun images for things like this. So I hope you enjoy them. We've also got a lot of What's Up Nails plates that I found very appropriate for this. Let me back up just a bit. So here is one where it's a negative space one. I would caution you with the negative space because that's burned me before with the dry brushing. You want to make sure you've got a really solid covering of color all over the nail if you're going to do a negative space thing, because sometimes it doesn't work out with my dry brushing nails. It always works with my smush marble nails. Now that is a different tutorial, and I've done that 3 or 4 times, but I'll do it again if you want to. Okay, so all sorts of fun fall images on this one. That's BO21. BO. I'm 8. Okay, so here is one of the leaves I used on that accent nail, and then the solid one is right here. Just all sorts of really wonderful ideas for What's Up AO21. And this is a Creative Shop plate. It's 99, so one of the OGs. Here is a great looking, actually, when I was trying to design my nails, I used this image to see which gold I would end up using. Oh, and this is my silver design. I do try to show you all my designs, the process, so you can see what I do and that, you know, it's really accessible. So here are a bunch of individual leaf shapes that you can use. You see on my silver set, I did use this tree and I did use this stylized maple leaf background. I like the one with the fox. Anyway, last but not least, BO53. Oh yeah, sorry. BO33 was the one I just showed you. BO53, not as much, but I do like this one. However, this works a lot better on like a smush marble or a plain, like a one color, and you want it to be really high contrast. So if you're worried about whether it'll show up, check it on like an index card or a mat. This is a silicone mat. It just has paper under it. That's why it looks fancy. But on a silicone mat or whatever. But test it before you do it on your nails so that you don't waste any time. Now, speaking of time, I'm going to go back and do this so that you can see what I did. Alright, so I'm moving the paper a little bit here. And I'm actually going to move my sample nails right out of the space because we've already discussed everything I have to tell you. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to move these over here just a little bit. And then I'm going to tilt this so you can see what I'm doing. Now, my gold is a really super cheap Nicole Diary. Oh, and something I wanted to show you. If you choose, you can do various, like a solid color and use these two as layering. But layering is not where my skill set lies, although I will always layer for you if you all request that I do that. Alright, so we're going to grab a stamper, we're going to pick it up, and we're going to stamp here. Alright, so now I get to show you. Now this is before the top coat, okay? One thing that makes this other stamping, this top stamping, over stamping, I guess I'll call it over stamping. One thing that makes it more visible, if it's like not as high contrast as this clearly is a matte or like a satin top coat. Tell me if you've seen any semi-matte or satin indie made top coats. I'm desperately looking for one. It's not like, you know, because I can't go on eBay to buy out of stock, discontinued, sinful colors polishes my whole life, and I really do enjoy using a satin. I like having 3 options for top coats and not just one, is what I mean. Sometimes you want it just matte enough to show off the design better, but you don't want it fully matte, if you get my drift. So I'm going to do something different on our second nail. I'm going to, first I'm going to make the glitter a little bit more noticeable here. So I'm going to go like that over the orange and over the other orange, or is that red? Whatever. And the other thing I'm going to do is oh, also these two might be the ones I used on that other nail instead of the two bigger ones on the What's Up nails. I don't actually know. Sorry, I don't want to give you incorrect information, but I do think that this plate is an absolute gem and everybody needs one. I bought this. No PR there. Okay, so let's do something different. I'm gonna do this one, the one that I thought about but didn't do. I mean, I'm thinking that if you're gonna go do Google dry brushing, make sure you put art in the search term bar, because that, if you want to look it up on the human body, that's your own Google assignment, should you choose to accept it. All right, I really want to show you what I'm doing, but everything is everywhere. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed. I hope I've given you enough options. I've given you too many options, and I hope I didn't confuse you. That can happen when I want to show you everything that can be done with a certain technique. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. I love this one. I wish I'd done this one too. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put these on for the thumbnail of this video, but do please drop a like. Tell me what your favorite thing about this was, what your favorite plate was, whether you like the silver or the gold sets better. Whatever you want. I love it when you tell me things, and it helps me out when you leave a comment. So definitely you'll be seeing more of me now that I'm giving myself license to go on a free floating free association adventure instead of with strict notes that the note process isn't working for me lately, and I'm just going to accept what the universe is giving me and it's telling me that I need to improvise more. Anyway, so I prepared this time. Good luck using this technique in your own nail art. I found I achieved it pretty easily. Oh, I'll wait for you to catch up on that one. I know. With the worst puns at the end of my videos. Easily. Okay. Everybody have a great holiday season. Or if you're listening to this next summer, have a great summer too. And I can't wait to hear from you in your comments and see and hear whether you like the video. Have an awesome one. Bye-bye.